So I did a little thing about Martin Maximo that I would like to share with you guys. Bruce had asked me to maybe put a little thing together about where it was, the information that I have so much, how much what I have so far. And I'm just going to do a quick little video just to show you. And I put a little PowerPoint with pictures and what I found. So let me get this. Okay. And again, I apologize. I know that I could do a slideshow, but I can't do it with OBS. At least I can't do it the way I know how, and I don't want to learn right now. Martin Maksymow, just a little recap. He was born July 18th, 1890 in Repusis. I don't know how to pronounce that. There actually is multiple spellings of that particular town. It was in Galicia. Which we'll talk about. He departed from Hamburg, Germany on April 16, 1912. And how I know that is I found his World War II registration through like Ancestry, and it did mention the name of his town that he's from. And it says Ukraine. He does mention a few different places like Ukraine. He says Poland. He said Austria-Hungary. When he left, he was actually part of the Austrian-Hungarian Empire when he left. And so this is a map of the Ukraine, not the Ukraine. And if you notice, Galicia is right there. So it's right by Poland, Romania. This is a bigger picture. He does mention in one of his documents that he was from Horodenka. And this is where Horodenka is. And as to his hometown, that's where it is. This map that I'm showing you right here is actually a map from the late 1800s. So this is what his region would have looked like when he was born. And there's a good website that talks about the history and Galicia, and I'll share that as well with you. But this is kind of a zoomed out as to the region. This is a more recent map. So this is Horodenka, and it kind of gives you a little bit more idea of where it is, because Lviv is a town in the Ukraine. It's a major city, and so it kind of gives you an idea. And so his home area is probably around that area. Again, another map. This is the most recent map. This is from Google, and this is where Horodenka, and up here is where his city is. As you can see, well, you probably can't see very well, but it is written in the new way that it is spelled. Leaving the Ukraine, he was on the ship Graf Waldersee, and that was part of the Hamburg American Lines. And that's a picture of that ship. And I do that because on Ancestry I did find the manifest that listed Martin Maximo. And that's his name. And then this is what it actually looked like. But I like to read it this way because this gives a good example of this. You can read it better. And this word right here is a German word for steward, third class, the bottom deck. Yeah. So, and this also lists his hometown. Now, granted, the dates of when he was born, that's subject. Who knows? But what was interesting about your grandfather specifically is, if you remember right, he left April 16th, 1912. The Titanic sank in the North Sea April 15th, 1912. And so, yes, his ship did pass wreckage. And this is an article from the Boston Globe that actually talks about his ship seeing wreckage from the Titanic. And what's quite interesting is that they even say that there is, that they passed 8 monster icebergs on last Thursday. And so they figure that They did see some wreckage, but no bodies were found. But they did pass the iceberg that sunk the Titanic. So that's pretty cool that your grandfather was there. And so this is, again, from the Boston Globe. So right after he wasn't on when they got to Boston. He must have got off right before Boston, Halifax. I don't know what happened between Halifax and Portal, North Dakota. But it wasn't too long because he actually entered the United States. So he got off the ship in Halifax on, I believe, April 24th of 1912. April 24th or 26th. And he entered the United States on July 26, 1912, from Portal, North Dakota. And this I found as well. This is a certificate for naturalization purposes. He didn't have it. He was an undocumented immigrant. He was an alien. He walked across the border, and he was an alien that entered without inspection. I do not know what happened. Again, I know that where he entered, there was a large amount of Ukrainian migrants at that time. I don't know if maybe he had some connection to them or not. That would be something to find out. But anyway, so this is his alien registration and declaration of holdings. I requested this through Minnesota Records. This is the one that says that he's from Horodhenka, Glacia. His birth date, where he entered. This is interesting because this does mention that it says, do you have any male relatives taken part in the present war either or against the United States and its allies? If answer yes, give name relationship to the state in which country they served. And he said yes, brother, and that his brother Michael Maksymow was part of Galicia, which would have, chances are he fought for the Austrian-Hungarian Empire, which were our enemies during World War I. Again, this is a declaration of intent, and this is more information. Martin Maksymow, he did actually try to become a citizen shortly after he entered the United States back in 1912, but he couldn't because he didn't know, because in order to become a citizen, you had to at least have 2 witnesses that have known you in the United States for 5 years or more, and he didn't know anybody. He was trying to do it 2 years after he got here, so... but then, I think this is the same one, so I apologize. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Let me see. Again, I'm sorry, I'm trying to learn this stuff. OBS is not easy. Pretty complicated. Not Canvas Studio, which irritates me when students don't know how to do a video in Canvas Studio. So, if you have any questions, and I'll try to post some links in my thing. So good luck. I'll see if I get more information. I'll make another video. See you later.